What's going on, everyone? Jericho Green. I'm back at it. Today, we got to talk about hashtag walk away. Finally, yes, it is here. People are waking up and walking away in droves, namely black folks, walking away in droves from the Democratic Party. And you know, it took a while, but the fact that it did makes it that much sweeter that it's happening now, because it's about damn time. Because since the beginning of American time, the Democrats have been against black folks in a bad way. And you know, people will say, no, a long time ago, Democrats, Republicans, they were different, they switched. But that's, man, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a compound word. Bullshit. Democrats have always had it out for black folks. Slavery, Jim Crow, Ku Klux Klan, war on poverty, war on drugs. What more do you need? These politicians get out here and tell us what we want to hear, while on the other hand, talking shit. LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, he took over after Kennedy got assassinated. Boy, that motherfucker got a laundry list of racist shit, he said. But that's nothing new. Even at that point in the 1960s, that was nothing new. Called the Civil Rights Bill, the nigger bill. He said after, talking about the war on poverty, he said, I'll have these niggas voting Democratic for the next 200 years. And let me tell you something. They're on their way. 95, 96% of black folks vote Democrat. Despite all this, despite that mindset, despite those comments, like I said, LBJ, you got Clinton talking about Barack Obama. He said a few years ago he would have been getting us coffee. You got Hillary Clinton with, I got hot sauce in my purse comment. The super predator comment. You got, like I said before, Joe Biden. They want to put y'all back in chains while unchaining Wall Street. All these racist comments, that is a reflection of what's in their mind. Mandatory minimum sentencing. Who was that? Democrats. And I was also pushed by the Congressional Black Caucus. Thank you guys for that. The war on poverty started the breakdown of the black family. Now we have almost 75% of black kids born to single-parent homes. And now I know that there are exceptions to every rule, and every person that is raised by a single mom is not a thug, a criminal, poor, destitute. But believe me, the people who aren't, they are exceptions and not the rule. And if you have an unstable foundation, whatever you build on it, it's not going to last. That's why the numbers in the black community are crazy. And it's all from the Democratic Party. Planned Parenthood. There's just over 600,000 abortions performed in this country every year. Half of them are from Planned Parenthood. Where do you find Planned Parenthood? Anybody in the comment section, please post a selfie of you in front of Planned Parenthood Pebble Beach, Planned Parenthood Beverly Hills, Planned Parenthood Manhattan, wherever you may be in the country. Please show me, because that'll be the first time I've ever heard of Planned Parenthood in somewhere where it wasn't a bunch of poor colored folk, coloreds. Let's see, black women are about 3% of the population, yet are responsible for 35% of the abortions in this country. Over a third. Since 1973, over 19 million black babies have been aborted. Thanks, Democrats. Your plan is working to perfection. All these cities around the country where all these black bodies are stacking up, all these black children are being left without their parents, because, their parents get incarcerated too. This year, we're looking at about 4,000 black kids who will be separated from their parents this year alone due to incarceration. Let's see. I'm going to see if I can find some footage of the Keep Those Family Together marches going on this weekend. Oh, no? No, they don't do them for us. Oh, okay. They just do them for illegal immigrants. But black people are from this country. Anyway, yeah, fuck that. We'll just do those marches for illegal immigrants. Let's see. Chicago, almost 800 dead in 1 year. Democrats. Baltimore, over 300 dead 1 year. That's Democrats. L.A. You know about L.A. You've been around since Snoop Dogg came out. You know what's going on in L.A. That's Democrats right there. Democrats don't care about black folks. They don't. Yet they get 95, 96% of our vote every time. Without the black vote, Obama wouldn't have been in office. Obama was the first black president we've ever had, and probably the last two. Thanks, Barry, motherfucker. But he's the first black president we had. What the hell did he do? I'll wait. Need some of that Jeopardy music. Nothing. He didn't do shit. The Democratic Party does not give a fuck about black people. It never has. Slavery, Jim Crow, KKK, all that. People talk about now, oh, the KKK. KKK ain't shit compared to what they were back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. I think it was 1916, 100,000 strong marching in front of the White House down Pennsylvania Avenue. Let 100 KKK members try to do that right now. It's a wrap. But back then, they were something. Democrats who voted against black folks being emancipated. 13th, 14th Amendment. Democrats. Not one Democrat voted for that. Who voted against the Civil Rights Bill. Democrats. Who called it the nigger bill. Democrats. Who said Barack Obama a few years ago, would be getting us coffee. That's your boy Bill Clinton. Democrat. Who said that black men are super predators. That's his girl Hillary. The ride or die chick. Her husband is skeeting in girls' faces. That's my man. She's a Democrat. I got hot sauce in my purse. That's your girl Hillary Clinton again. Democrat. I don't understand it. The last two good Democrats we had were JFK and his brother Robert Kennedy. You saw what happened to him. Pow! Ever since then, bullshit Democrats dragging down black people in America. Started with the family. If you don't have a solid family, anything else you try to do after that ain't gonna mean shit. But that's how they want it. Still getting our vote. I don't understand it. It's like you're in a relationship, an abusive relationship, and they steady kicking your ass every day. But when they come home from work, you got a hot plate for them every time, year after year after year. And all these shitty, violent-ass cities around the country, all run by Democrats. For the last 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, no. You're talking 40, 50, 60 years in the hands of Democrats, and black folks have been suffering at every turn. But you know, I think it's coming to an end. I think this hashtag walk away is some real shit. It's going to get some legs, as they say in the business. And it's time for shit to start changing. Because we can't wait for the Democrats to do it. Everybody talking shit about Trump and the conservatives. Hey, I got more money in my check. My border's about to get a little more secure. We're respected and feared around the world again, as it should be. Because we are the biggest, baddest, most well-armed motherfuckers on the block. And that's just how it is. That's how it's going to be. No thanks to the Democrats. Obama was a bitch when it came to the world stage. We're laughed at. He kissed the Saudi prince's ring. Who the fuck kisses another man's ring? If your last name is Corleone, you shouldn't be kissing a goddamn ring of another man. That's disgusting. I'll bow if that's your thing, but I ain't kissing a goddamn thing. But a hashtag walk away, it's real. I'm loving it. And you know, for those of you who are still on the Democratic plantation, don't listen to everybody when you try to leave. Because when you try to leave the plantation, they're going to send the slave catchers after you. All right? They come in the form of keyboard warriors, members of your family, friends. People you thought were your friends. They're going to tell you shit. They're going to tell you that the Republicans and the conservatives are racist. All I'm saying is do some homework. Look that shit up. Everything I just said is a fact. It's not my emotions. It's not my feelings. It's facts. They're getting on TV literally crying about some illegal kids who shouldn't even be here in the first goddamn place, but won't shed a tear for your black ass. They didn't shed a tear for Tyshawn Lee, that little 9-year-old boy in Chicago who was shot 7 fucking times in his chest. They didn't say nothing about that. But they got that picture of that little girl on the cover of Time magazine. That shit wasn't even real. She wasn't even separated. That's some bullshit. And everybody's, keep the families together. What about the American families? What about the 2 million plus kids who are separated from their families, from their parents, due to incarceration? Crickets. Nobody gives a fuck. Black folks, continue to wake up. Get your ass off that plantation, that demorat plantation. And me and the rest of the black conservatives will be waiting right here with a lantern at the beginning of the tunnel to freedom. Get your ass over here. I'm Jericho Green. I'm out.